Hello again. Today, rather than sitting down playing the guitar, I thought we'd actually have a look at PhatPhish itself. Um, One or two people have asked me about certain features in the product, so what I thought I'd do is do a few tutorials here about how to use PhatPhish and the different features that's available. So what we're going to look at in this tutorial is just the basic things that you see when you first fire up a copy of PhatPhish. Basically, the scale calculator side of things. So if you started up PhatPhish, your copy should look something like this. There's various different things you can do to customize the display and the general look and feel of it, which I'll cover another time. But hopefully your setup should look something like this. The main focus, of course, is the layout of the guitar fingerboard there. Down the left hand side is the open strings, and then moving along, going up the neck frets, bottom E string down the bottom, top E string up the top. So it's laid out like a conventional fingerboard diagram. Okay, example that we've got here showing the C major scale. What we can do is go up to the top where it's got the thing saying root note, and we can select the root note of scale that we want to look at. So here it's currently on C. Pick a different one. I'll give a sec. Let's go to A. So now it's showing us the A major scale, and as you can see, the note markers have moved around on the neck there to show us the notes of the A major scale. Some other scales in this family of scales that we're looking at. Currently the major scale. We could move down, pick another one off the menu there, so like the harmonic minor, and PhatPhish will calculate the notes of the A harmonic minor for you, and map those out on the fingerboard. Now within PhatPhish there's about 50 or 60 different scales in total. To make life easier, they're arranged into various different families. The general family that we're looking at here is the most common ones that you'll work with, like the major, natural minor, harmonic minor, and so on. But if we look at the families available, there's things like the major scale modes, natural minor scale modes, pentatonics, various other ones. So if we just skip down and have a look at the modes of the major scale, what PhatPhish has done here is it's kept the A root note and moved over to the Ionian mode, which is the first mode of the major scale. What we can do is, if we want to see a different mode, just go down to that menu saying scale, select a different mode. I'll give a sec. Let's pick the Phrygian, and PhatPhish will recalculate that, and we're looking now at the notes of the A Phrygian mode. So fairly straightforward, and hopefully it's arranged logically, so you'll be able to find your way around without too much trouble. Okay. If you have a look at the over the right hand side there, there's a couple of things called highlighting and annotation. We'll take a look at annotation first. Basically what that does is it gives you some control over the way that the note markers are labelled on the neck. Currently we're looking at it with note name annotation, but what we can do is ask PhatPhish to show us the scale of degrees. So we'll pick that option. You can see it's changed all the markers here now. And rather than using note names, it's actually using the numbers that refer to the degrees of the scale. So as we can see, we're using Phrygian, so there's the flat 2 and the flat 3 that you'd expect to see, signature thing of the Phrygian scale. Flat 6, flat 7, and so on. There's also some highlighting options. Currently, as you can see, the root note is shown as a square, whereas all the other notes are shown as circles. What we can do is pick a different highlighting mode. Currently we're highlighting the root note, which as you can see is a slightly lighter shade of blue. If we go through and pick from that menu, say chord tones from triads, triad chords have a first, third and fifth degree. What it's done, you should be able to see the third on flat third in this case, and the fifth degree are now highlighted slightly brighter shade of blue than the other notes. Same shade as the one, but that one root note, because it's important, is still annotated as a square. Okay, so that's the basic way we can control the way that the notes are displayed. It was a feature that somebody asked me to add into PhatPhish a few years ago now, and this goes to show if you have a particular feature that you think would look good in the product, if you let me know, and it's practical to do so, it can get included. Somebody said that what they wanted to do is to be able to just highlight particular scale boxes and mark notes up or mark notes down on the neck. So what we can do, what we'll do is just reset PhatPhish to C major scale here. Okay, now the right button comes into play here. If you right click on a note, say that that's 7th degree on the bottom of the string there, right click on that, we can select to show or hide one particular note, or show or hide all notes on the neck. So if we just hide that one note, you can see it's there, but it's now very grayed out, much less obvious on the neck. What you can also do is, if you right click, you can actually draw a box. If you right click, keep the right button down, move it along the neck, stretch out the box. When you release the right button, you'll get a little pop-up giving you the option to show or hide notes that fall within that frame. So if we hide all of those notes there, this is quite useful, as you might probably guess we're actually highlighting up a major scale box. So we've hidden all the notes on the left of the scale box, and we can go through and using the right button options we can hide the notes on the right hand side there, and that just leaves us with the single set of notes that make up the C major scale chord box. So that was just a feature somebody said they saw use for being able to just hide certain notes from display so we can see a particular pattern, and that was something that was added in. Hopefully he found that useful. Hopefully you will too. There's a load of other features in PhatPhish, which I'll cover in another tutorial, but for now that's just a starting point into the world of PhatPhish and all the scales that it has to offer. Hope you found that useful, and hope to catch up with you sometime soon in another tutorial. Bye for now.